You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
All right, yo, man, 15 Minutes of Fame. I caught up with this guy.
What up, man?
Because you had to work and battle at the same time over the weekend in Houston.
Work and work.
How you feeling?
For the double. I feel great, man. I feel great. Apollo was a success.
Apollo was more than a success.
I agree.
Apollo was probably one of the best weekends I've had in battle rap in a long time.
One of the best ever for me.
Everything about that weekend, I won't complain about nothing. The weather,
Great, man.
everything was just good that whole weekend.
Everything was on point, and at the same time, as a perfectionist, I'm thinking about how to improve on it. You know what I'm saying?
If you can, knock yourself out. If you don't,
make it better.
it's okay.
You know, there's a few little things, but I would consider to be minor. You know, because like you said, I think all in all, and I think all things considered, man, it was a great weekend.
Super.
Good vibes, have fun, good battles. If you didn't see them all, you can log on, catch them all.
On Rap Grid.
On rapgrid.com.
On Rap Grid, okay.
You know what I'm saying? VOD, I think it's going down in price to maybe $40.
Okay, hey.
Maybe today or tomorrow. We're dropping the Daylight and Nitty tonight, 8 p.m. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But yeah, man, it was a great event, man. I'm blessed. I'm happy for it. And now we plotting on the next one.
Shout out to you and the whole TBL family. Because, again, man, the hospitality I was shown is incredible, and I appreciate y'all so very much, man. That's why I said, man, it just felt so good in that environment over the weekend, man. I felt at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shout out to the Houston crowd, man. Like, they love battle rap, man.
Yeah, that's a great crowd, man. When I got up there with Verb, the last battle of the weekend, I expected for the crowd to be tired. I expected the crowd to be a little lethargic. And when I tell you they made us feel like we were the first battle of the night,
fire.
I was like, okay, yeah, this is when people say Houston is the best crowd in battle rap. This is exactly what they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Those are the moments that, no shade to other cities, no shade to other scenes or regions, but you know, we've all been in those buildings where the crowd gets tired and you can't wake that shit up.
Not unless you drop a bomb in that motherfucker, man.
You know what I'm saying? So Houston was a great crowd. I'm looking forward to being back out in Houston for Bulletproof in September.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
So day one, y'all literally had like 3 rooms. You had the first room you walk in, it had chairs and it had the TV on, it had the battles on the TV, which I thought was really dope.
Yeah.
And then the second room, there was like mad couches, whole lot of couches, man, so you can go and chill. And then the next room was where the battles was. All 3 rooms was nice sizes and everything. The whole many people was cooked. The second day y'all switched up.
Yes.
It wasn't on the TV. The chairs were kind of put up. The couches were closed off. Can you explain that to me?
Absolutely. You know, so for us, especially knowing Daylight and Nitty was happening that night, we wanted to create an emphasis on making sure people were in
that room.
You know what I mean? And so took the chairs away, like you said. We closed off access to the couches in the middle room. And for day one, I think it was a nice vibe. It allowed people to mingle. It was a little bit more social. There was still a big enough crowd in the battle room to justify, you know, the battles that were going on, but also people in the far room where the bar was, where the TV was, and where you could smoke on the back patio, to where it made that room a comfortable room to be in too, and still be able to watch the battles on the TV. You know, but for day 2, we definitely wanted to pack the room. We wanted to pack everybody in there. We wanted to discourage a little bit, especially on day 2.
You give battle rap fans too much room to chill, and they'll chill and talk and drink and talk, and then I thought it was bleeding into the room.
I think toward the end of day 1, it started to do that. It started to get louder. It started to get more. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't have that for Daylight and Nitty. I couldn't have that for Ill Mac and Sing. I couldn't have that for Ill Will and Jay. Like, for the you know, not that I wanted that for the battles on day 1, but being able to adjust mid-weekend and being able to make sure we could do some things to encourage people to be in the room, to me, was really, really important. So there's a lot of things, a lot of changes we made during day 2 off of the feedback we got day 1. Right. I'm getting tweets, yo, it was hard to see such and such, it was hard to hear. Yo, I paid all access. There was a VIP person standing next to me. Little things like that, you know what I'm saying?
And I saw y'all roped off the area too.
When you came back in day 2,
I paid attention to that. Yeah.
We had staff on every post. We had people checking bands. You know what I'm saying? We're always making an attempt to improve the fan experience. We always say at TBL, we don't sell battle rap. We sell the fan experience. We like to make it easy for you to get something to eat. We like to make it easy for you to get something to drink. We usually like to have little spots where you can sit down, rest your feet. Not so much to be able to chill and socialize, but if we're gonna be in there for 8 to 10 hours, you may want to take a few minutes to sit down, rest your feet before you get back up for some more battles. So yeah, man, you know, everything about what we do is to cater to the fans and make sure they have a dope time. So when we do get feedback, we take it very serious. We also put a survey out. We always ask random fans on different social media sites who are there, what can we do to improve for the next event? We take that feedback, we consider everything, and we make the changes that we can make.
You didn't ask me.
Kenny should be asking you.
Oh, okay. Well, Kenny don't have to ask me.
What's the feedback? Give me the feedback.
You don't have to change nothing. If you can make it better, like I said earlier, go ahead and knock yourself out. I'm okay with how that whole weekend went. I have no complaints.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
No complaints.
You know, a lot of people said that, and again, yo, I'm honored, I'm flattered to have been able to help curate such an amazing weekend. I feels like, I said this the other day on Twitter, it feels like the culture's been rejuvenated a little bit. It feels like the talk is about the battles. It feels like the talk is about Hitman Mook. It feels like the talk is about Daylight Nitty. It feels
Jazz.
like we're back to talking about battle rap.
And Hollow. And
everything. You
Sick.
know what I mean? We're not talking about the scandals. We're not talking about the little things. Like, we're talking about battles again. And it's an amazing thing, and hopefully we got Point Improvement in Atlanta, May 17th. Shout out to TMM and Spotlight, the whole crew over there, you know, with that card. We're trying to keep it going, man. We're going to keep trying to give y'all event after event with dope matchups, dope fan experience, so we can keep this thing going, man. Let's keep the momentum high. Let's keep talking about battle rap. Let's get back to what it used to be, the golden era. That's what we're here for.
That's what I'm telling everybody. That's what it felt like to me, man.
Yeah.
It felt like to me 5-10 years ago, man. I had that feeling.
Yeah.
And all the people that were there, all the nostalgic shit happening, man, it was just incredible, man.
I saw people that I ain't seen in 5-10 years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Guy came out like
facts. His son came out. That shows you how, because he don't come out
for nothing. He don't come out for nothing.
Hey, he came out and enjoyed himself.
Moved on with his life, but when the car came out, he said, "Yo, Chilla, yeah,
facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat it." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it definitely had that feel. And I hope every event has that feel, man. For those of us who have been here for 10 years, for 15 years, that's a hard feeling to capture.
That's a fact.
If that's something that TBL can duplicate, something that can become a part of what TBL is known for.
I promise you, not a month or two ago, I might be exaggerating about 2, but not a month or 2 ago, I was telling people like, yo, I miss the old days. I miss the old days. There's something different about the old days. And then I turn around, Apollo happens.
That's what we got.
Shout out to y'all, man. Let's talk about this battle.
Yes, sir.
You versus Averb, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, another battle that I'm like, God damn, these two guys been around for a long time. Why has this never happened?
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of that going on too. Like
100%.
so,
a lot of battles like that. Me and Verb was dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. You know, shouting out me and Verb's battle. And
fire.
Shit. It was dope, man. Me and Verb was definitely one of them ones. Verb showed up and did what he was supposed to do. I was very happy with Verb's performance. And I felt like I was speaking on behalf of the culture with a lot of the things that I was saying and a lot of the ways that I was attacking them. So It was a really good back and forth. It was high level rapping, man. At the end of the day, we were the last battle of the weekend, and we're still able to get big reactions, still able to excite the crowd, man. It was one of them ones. So shout out to Verb, man. He absolutely did his thing and did what he was supposed to do. I think we got one. We got a goodie.
What was the feeling like for you to battle Verb? Can I say finally? Has he ever been on your list? Like, I gotta see Verb at some point.
We were supposed to battle 2 times prior.
Twice, okay.
We were supposed to battle way long ago, maybe 10 years ago almost, in St. Louis on a situation Hitman was curating, and it fell through. And then we were supposed to battle on King of the Dot right before he battled Mook. When he locked in Mook, he backed out of the battle with me. I ended up battling Iron Solomon. It was right before I won the championship at King of the Dot. So we was locked in twice prior to this, and this was the 3rd time we had been locked in. So to finally be able to get it done, to be able to get it done on one of the best battle rap events in recent history, it was the perfect timing. It was the perfect setting. It was the perfect crowd. Everything about it absolutely worked out. I couldn't have asked for a better battle at a better time for either one of us. Right?
Fire. Well, yo, man, I'm proud of you guys, man.
Thank you, bro.
For doing what y'all did, man, and can't wait for September. Murder Mook versus Hitman Holla.
Hitman Holla. Listen, tag me on Twitter. Let me know who y'all want to see on this card, man. Up and coming talent, top tiers, whoever it is. Hit me up on Twitter at Chilla Jones. Let me know and take over Battle League, take over BL_. Who do you want to see on the Bulletproof card in September? Murder Mook versus Hitman Holla, man. Holla at me.
Oh man, Chilla Jones. Thank you, brother.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!